Hey guys, welcome back to another Mountain Blade tutorial. This one is quite simply editing your character's stats as requested by Xenos Gamer. Anyway, you can do this with any Mountain Blade mod at any time. You just need to know where the right folders are. So, in order to do this, you need to first start Mountain Blade, and I'm going to show you can do this as early as the first tutorial battle if it's not being skipped by your mod. Alright, so I'm going to open it up, create a new character, and cut to the start of the battle. So I will see you guys there. Alright guys, I'm back. I've just created my character, and I'm just going to do this. Now, when you do this, if you want to do it as early as the first tutorial mission, you just need to know the hotkeys. So, when you first start out, just press, waiting for it, C. Now, you're at your character screen. This is absolutely what you need. So first you go to Statistics, and you click Export Character. Now, the next thing you need to do is to find where your Mountain Blade characters are saved. Now, typically, you want to go to your user folder and go to My Documents. That's the default of where they will be saved. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that is for different things, like song credits and all that crap. Now, you want to find a certain folder. It's not Mountain Blade Warband Save Games. This is where it stores your save games. You want to go to the just Mountain Blade Warband. It's usually in your user, which is Butters, and then My Documents. So go to that, and then you click Characters. As you can see, I've got a few of them: Braxis, Justin, Freywin, and this one, Super Butters. Find the one that you just exported and open it up. Make sure the default program is Notepad. Now, as you can see, we've got all this stuff here. What does it all do? Anyway, this is the name. You can use this to actually change the name. As you can tell, I mistyped my name, but I'm not going to do anything about that right now because that'll change the folder. So, anyway, you can change the amount of XP you have, the amount of money, so let's just give myself a ton of money. You can change your attribute points, your skill points, and your weapon points, but it's much easier just to do this. Here's where you can change your four main attributes. So we want to be really strong, very fast, smarter than Albert Einstein, and more charismatic than Aragorn. And here you can edit each one of your individual skills. Don't touch the reserved skills. Sometimes mods will use them, but in native, don't do anything to them. Plus, mods will change this so that, for example, reserve skill 1 might be a different skill in a mod, so don't touch the reserved skills. Now we'll just give ourselves 10 into everything. This might take a while. And here you have weapon proficiencies. Here's where you can change the weapon proficiencies. Now, I believe the maximum weapon proficiency you can have on a character in Mountain Blade is 640, so let's just pump all these up to 999 just to see what goes on. I know if you... crap. Control Z. There we are. I know if you edit a troop so that he has skills above this, that it'll work, but character skills are automatically reset. If you're playing a mod that has firearms in it, or with fire and sword, you can also change the firearm skill, but for now, just hit Control S to save it, close it, open up Mountain Blade yet again, and select Import Character, because this will import the character of your current name. Select Yes, and OK. As you can see, all of my stats are... oh, 699 is the max, but as you can see, my stats are exactly what I put them as. Now, you could also technically do this another way, but you won't get nearly as high stats. You can just use Control L to give yourself levels, but Mountain Blade has a system where if you go above level 62, it'll automatically roll you up to level 1200 and something-ish. Now, normally you'd think, oh wow, that's great, but that actually makes it so that bandit parties, which scale to your level, are almost impossible to beat. I've once had bandit parties of over 1,000 on any given time in Mountain Blade, and with enough troops, you kinda could do it, but the battle advantage is usually so much that they'll overwhelm you. So, as you can see, now I am moving so fast that my game is actually lagging a little bit. This is what you look like when you have so much agility. You just literally run around. You can see he did some damage to me, but it didn't really even register. So, see how fast you can swing with such high weapon proficiency with just a basic longsword. And you can see how well you're able to aim with a crossbow now. Reload speed is about the same, but you can see how much faster it is to shoot and aim, and so Oh, I forgot to take out my Xbox controller, just vibrate it, so... And come on. There we are, 140 damage. Woo! That was awesome. Alright. So yeah, that's how you do it. So in conclusion, you need to find users, my documents, Mountain Blade, and characters. When you open up Mountain Blade, you need to go into statistics and export your character. Find the one with your character name, change it as you want, save it, and just hit import character. Super stats, super money. Alright, I hope this was nice, clear, and concise, and I will see you guys next time on my next tutorial. So this has been ButteryButters signing off. Take care, guys.